Hey guys, so welcome to another episode. So I have not got to post much lately because of everything that's been going on with me over the last, it's been probably a month now. Last few days of muzzleloading season, Dad started feeling tired and like he just couldn't get rested. They did a couple of the COVID tests. It wasn't that. Ended up he had pneumonia. He was in the hospital for, I think he said 17 days. I kind of lost track because I've been taking care of everything around the property now. All the stuff I normally did, plus all of the stuff that he did, and then on top of that going down and making sure they have wood in their fire, that their fire is going to heat the house. Checking his, since he's been out of the hospital right at a week now, I've been checking his all his vitals, preparing all their meals for him. It's been an adventure to say the least. So I haven't had a chance to pretty much do anything other than just my normal chores and then all their chores. I went hunting twice since all of this happened, I think. And each time I didn't sit for more than 30 or 40 minutes. Just because it would start running through my brain of everything that I had to do back at the house. So I'm a little tired, to say the least, but just to get you guys up on why I haven't made any posts, it's just been hectic and I have not had the ability or the energy to spend making a video. Even just taking the camera with me out when I'm feeding the deer and filming the deer and doing a quick video that way, I haven't even had the energy to do that. I'm actually on my way to go hunting now. I'm going to hunt out of the tower blind tonight. I've been getting pictures there every single evening the last few evenings. Mostly does, but because of Dad's conditions that he has, that we have found out about, we can't eat as much red meat anymore since we always prepare and eat meals with my parents. So since we can't eat that much beef, Mom told me to try to get some deer, put them in the freezer, that way we can eat that. We met with a dietitian yesterday and confirmed that yes, deer is going to be okay with the conditions that he has. She said it would actually be one of the better meats he could have. So I'm off to hunt. It's going to be big buck, little buck, doe, fawn. If they walks out in front of me, it's liable to get an arrow. Just so I can get some meat in the freezer. I really would like to wait for a big buck. I've had several big bucks the last week showing up on camera at different times. There's no set pattern because they're rutting right now. Tonight should be good though because it's 66 degrees right now. We've got a front that's coming through in about 2.5 to 3 hours. I noticed in the last 25 minutes the deer at the house went from all just laying around and not really doing anything to up and about. So I'm hoping that's going to play true with the deer over where we're hunting. But they've been hitting this food plot the last couple of nights really heavy. So I'm hoping that'll stay true tonight and I can get a deer. My brother hasn't been able to hunt much either because he's been trying to help out on his time off as well. He's hunted a little bit more than I have because he's not as tired as I am. He lives too far away to be helping all the time. I mean, there's been several times I've gotten phone calls at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30, 3 o'clock, that I needed to go down to the house and help them with something. So I'm just really exhausted right now. But I'm hoping maybe if I come sit in the stand for a little bit and just kind of relax and watch nature, maybe get a deer, that I can maybe rest a little bit without having to yell at Hunter. Every time I try to sit in the chair and relax, I'm yelling at him because he's still wanting to play with the puppy. And we did, just to get you up to speed on that, we bought a AKC Beagle puppy. He was 7 weeks old, pretty much right when all this stuff started happening with Dad. His name is Ace. I'll try to get some video when I get home of him to show you guys. He's going to be a house dog for my son, but I'm also going to hunt with him. I've had a lot of people, you can't do that. They won't be as good of a hunting dog. Well, I beg to differ, because I've had Beagles before and we played with them all the time, and they were good dogs with us when I was kids, and they were some of the best hunting dogs out here, from what everyone said that's seen them perform. So I'm just about to the property, so I'm going to end this. If you see any more video, it will be hopefully of some deer or turkeys or something coming out in front of the stand that I can film this evening. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is kind of the field. I was getting the camera set up. But right here, I'm thinking about in the future, I want to clean this out all the way up to this cedar tree, then over to this cedar. Then I want to kind of widen it back all the way to that cedar in the back. I'm thinking about making a kind of a circular area in the back there for a food plot, and then I want to clean those trees out right there and make this field a little bit larger. And as you'll see here in a little bit, the deer kind of skirt through right by those cedar trees right there, those two closest ones, and they'll kind of go through. So what I'm pointing out here is different spots that we have yarded. So the tree in the middle, that's 20 yards, where I pointed at towards closest to the bottom of the screen is 12 yards, and then at the back of the field is 33 yards. So you see there's not a lot of shooting distance here. Okay, so done hunting. 5:12 was sundown today. The state lets you hunt another 30 minutes. I don't do that because ethically speaking, in my opinion, you can have your own, that's fine. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, ethically, that last 30 minutes doesn't make sense to hunt, because if you shoot one in that time period, you're going to have to wait, unless you see it go straight down, you're going to have to wait until pretty much after shooting hours to do your recovery. At that point, it's going to be dark, you're using flashlights, it's harder to track, even with these devices that make blood glow. It's still more difficult to track at night. And then you have potential of spooking out your game if you're going to hunt later. If you don't track it that night and you wait until the next morning to track, around here it's still 66 degrees. You take potential of losing some of your meat, if not all of it. If it was a little bit warmer, you also have we have a lot of coyotes around where I hunt, so you take a chance of losing your kill that way as well. There's other predators and scavengers that could eat it in the middle of the night. And as I do like to trophy hunt, I also like the meat. So I don't like doing that. So my brother and myself, we usually stop right at sunset, and we usually don't hunt that extra 30 minutes because of that. I mean, we used to, but we had lost several deer doing that, and we both think it is because of the whole it's hard to track, or we try to track the next day. And you know, if it gets real windy overnight, that could blow leaves over, you could lose your trails. If it rains, like tonight it's supposed to rain, I could lose a trail. So to me, in my personal opinion, it's not worth it to honor the game that we're chasing, to have that even slight risk of losing it and not being able to utilize the meat that it provides to us. So I'm not trying to be preachy, just that's my personal opinions on this fact. So I saw, sitting in my stand, we had 2 bucks come by. I did film it. Of course, I haven't had a chance to look at it to see if we aren't going to be able to see them in the film. I will put it up regardless and add some audio onto it, me talking. I grunted at them, and I never could get them out. They were small bucks. One of them had a fairly decent sized body, so he would have had quite a bit of meat. And I definitely had my sights set on taking him, but he wouldn't come out of the brush. Never spooked or anything, just wouldn't come out. Kind of sat there and kind of looked around like he was looking for the deer that was grunting at him, and decided he was just going to go about his business. The other one just kind of looked around and then stayed on the trail he was on. So that tells me that they're probably using that area more than I have thought, because they're using that trail that goes around my camera and doesn't come out into the field. So I'm going to sit there probably tomorrow evening and every evening I can, just to see if I can get lucky and one will step out during the time that I'm there, and I can get one finally this year, whether it be a doe or a buck. I would like to get a big buck, but I haven't seen that many this year after season opened as I did last year, which also goes to prove the point that these people in this state that are pushing for a 1 buck limit versus 2 buck limit with their theory, and it's unproven, and you will not be able to prove what they're trying to push, but their theory is by putting it to a 1 buck limit, you will have more deer that are larger in the state. Our state is producing some very large deer as is with a 2 buck limit. So I don't agree with what they're trying to push. I don't support it, because last year my brother and myself and my dad even, we let quite a few bucks go that this year should have been good quality bucks, and we're just not seeing them. So that theory is completely trash, in my opinion. I mean, that disproves it right there. You know, you let 12, 13 deer go like we did last year, that this year should have good quality racks, and you don't see them, goes to prove that just letting them go is not always going to work. So that's my little preach for the day. But after I saw those 2 bucks, didn't see anything else. When I was leaving, driving down the road by the property, I saw a fairly decent buck back in the woods on the property. He was going towards one of the stands my brother put up this year, and I don't think he's hunted it yet, but I'm going to tell him he needs to hunt there now, because this is the second time I've seen that buck there. He's a really nice buck. I mean, he's not one you'd hang on. Well, he's not one we would hang on the wall. He's a nice 8-point. I mean, a couple of years ago, I would have been rushing him to a taxidermist if I got him. Now, I'm not going to be, because the price has gone up, and I've set a goal. If it's 170 inches or bigger, he will go on the wall. Anything under that, unless he's extremely unique with like a 14-inch drop tine or something, you know, he's not going to go to a taxidermist. The only way he's going to go on the wall is doing a European mount. Now my wife shoots one that she wants to go to the taxidermist. I've got no problem paying for that, because, let me turn the light on, because she hasn't got a big quality buck yet, even a mediocre 8-point or anything. So and then right around the corner, coming to our property, was 2 big fat does. One of them, I'm pretty sure, was the doe that I've nicknamed Scar, because she's old. She's got kind of this scar on her jaw. It really looked like her. I couldn't get a good look at her face, but she's probably 7 years old. It's about how long I've been watching that doe. I definitely want to take her, but didn't get the chance. But, you know, just seeing her, that's encouraging that she is still around. I got my 2019 and 2020 bucks back from the taxidermist this week. When I'm at the house, I'll film them and show you guys what they look like. I've referred to my 12-point a couple of times, so I'll definitely show you guys so you can see what he looked like. Really unique buck. Not an absolute monster, but he's got good mass on him. I think he had, I can't remember how much mass he had. He's not, like I said, he's not an absolute monster, but really good looking buck. So I'll show you him. I'll show you the one from 2019. He's got a sticker on either side. I don't remember which G it's on, but they're on the same G on either side. Real symmetrical, beautiful buck. He was got him with muzzler. The 12-point got with my bow. Second day of season last year. Can't really think of too much else to talk about today. Things are kind of getting into a routine at home. This has been the first time I've got to go hunting since everything went down with Dad. I'm hoping to start to get going a little bit more here at the tail end of season. So stick with me for that. Hopefully we'll get to film my first deer kill on camera. I've never filmed one on camera, so hoping we can do that. I'm going to put you down. I got some cars coming, so hold on. So go figure, I've seen both of those vehicles driving up and down the roads. Both had their windows down, looking out their windows, driving slow. It's always nice to see the road hunters, and every time I call the Oklahoma game wardens to report this stuff, the exact response I get every time is, "There's nothing we can do about it." Isn't that some crap? So I think my buddy's going to come out in the morning and hunt. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I think he's going to bring his daughter. I always let his daughter come out and hunt. They used to hunt over on the other property. because we've been getting big bucks over there. My dad doesn't really want anyone but family hunting over there right now. But I'm going to put them behind the house. I actually made a special food plot back there for her. If you haven't watched previous videos, she's on a couple of those. The farm sponsored her this year, or last year, and she won the state title. I sponsored her this year, and she won the national title for an agricultural beauty pageant. So that's really cool. Hopefully she can get herself another deer. 2 out of the 3 years she's hunted out here, I've been able to put her on deer. She didn't get one last year. Didn't really get to hunt much last year. They had so much going on, but hoping maybe she can get one tomorrow. I'll definitely be trying to put them on one in the morning. I think they've got a good chance in the morning. I've been seeing quite a few deer in the morning. So that's what's going on right here with us. I'm going to try to get this edited, put on the internet by tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So from King Creek Deer Ranch to your family, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a safe and wonderful one. If you're having deer season where you are at and watching this, I hope you have all the success that you need to get yourself whatever you're pursuing, whether it's a big buck, a small buck, your first buck, or even a doe. I hope you get that success and get yourself one. I want to make a special shout out to an individual. I do not know who you are, but you have watched quite a few of my videos. You have commented on quite a few. I really do appreciate that. It's been harder than I thought it would be to grow and get followers. I'm not really growing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but that's okay, because I want to do this channel the way I want to, and not the way all these other people say to do, to make these algorithms and whatnot work. So thank you, Deer Corner, for watching, subscribing, and commenting. It really means a lot. And I do apologize, I have not had a chance to watch any of your videos, but looks like you have quite a few as well. I definitely will be watching them. And anyone else outside watching this video, if you haven't watched his videos, definitely go and support him as well. Or her, I apologize, I'm not sure if you're a man or woman. But definitely go support that YouTuber as well. We all can use as much support as we can, especially in our industry of hunting, because as we all know, we're constantly under attack from those that don't understand us. So I'm gonna go in and take care of my dad for a little bit. I'll do some more filming when I get to the house, talk to you a little bit more about the deer that are hanging on the wall. So I'll see you then. Okay, so this is the 2020 buck. He is a 12 point. You can see he's got a double main beam on the left side with a drop. Really unique buck. Alright, and here is the 2019 buck. And you can see that point sticking out there, and then you can see it right there on the other side. Real pretty buck. Alright, and I can't get a very good shot of him because he's like full play mode, but here is Ace, the Beagle puppy. There's Hunter coming to pet him. This is the new Beagle dude. Okay, so a little bit of bonus footage here. Here's the deer in the pens. The one you see in the back left, that is a 2-year-old. All the others are 1-year-old bucks here. I was trying to get them filmed. The camera didn't really do justice, and this new camera that I've got, I don't have a lens that can zoom in as far as I need yet. But it was really foggy this morning. It was frosty, and I was just trying to get the way they looked out there. Like I said, the camera really doesn't do them justice, but I was just trying to get that filmed. So definitely enjoy this little bit of bonus footage. The one walking up, definitely going to be a pretty little buck next year. This 2-year-old that's coming down the fence line, I think he's going to have potential to be a really nice buck next year as well. He's got kind of a wide look. He's real typical, as long as he gains some mass. And then, last but not least, here is Mr. Vader. Definitely something you'd want to see out in the field. He should be close to 200 inches this year. We'll see when he sheds his antlers in late December into January, whatever time frame he actually sheds. But he should be a good looking deer this year. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry it is kind of long, but I had quite a bit to say and wanted to show the little bit of hunting footage that I finally got a chance to record. Happy Thanksgiving and thanks for watching.